Hey guys, have you heard of Ember Sword? It's a Web3 RPG game that takes heavy references from games that we used to play growing up. But like all RPG games, they're a little bit confusing. But I'm here to help you on your Ember Sword journey. So let's get into my beginner's guide to Ember Sword, so you guys can be the strongest warrior in the land. Because you got to remember, the game has PvP, and you don't want to lose every single game, do you? But if you want to learn more about Ember Sword, my video about it's going to be linked above. But let's get into my beginner's guide. Before we start this guide, just understand one thing. Ember Sword is in development, so a lot of things can change down the line. But for now, this is going to be the perfect guide to help you on your journey if you're playing right now. So let's get into it. You don't have to understand one thing about RPG games is health potions are the most key items in all RPG games. And Ember Sword, at the beginning, this is super key. So you want to be able to make them yourself and be able to farm monsters to get the materials as quick as you can to make as many pots as you can. So then when you're leveling up and exploring the lands, you're not impaired by your health being low and you're having to stand still for it to come back. With health potions, it comes back rapidly and you have a short little timer until you can use it again, but that's not a big difference. The great thing about potions is you can make them in any town, settlement, or anywhere where they have the station to be able to craft them. And the materials you need at the beginning is glass and king leaf. And to get the glass, you're going to have to fight any human opponents you can, because they have the highest chance to drop glass. It's going to be one of the hardest things of this recipe list to get, because you have to kill a monster to get it. But the king leaf, on the other hand, all you got to do is explore the land and harvest it off of the ground. And a great thing about this is, it increases your harvesting ability. And later down the line, as you make more potions, you'll be increasing your alchemy ability, which then allows you to make better health potions, which allows you to grind and farm for a lot longer. I feel that any veteran of this genre understands how important health potions are, and no doubt they're already going to be rushing to be able to do them. But for me, I feel once you get to that level 5, you can easily farm monsters to make as many health potions as you want. For my second point, as you start leveling up, you're going to get more and more abilities and more moves. And the thing is, they work very well in combo with each other. So if you get the jump eventually, because the jump is one of the last abilities you will get, you can initiate with the jump, then use the spin move which you get at the beginning of the game, and then finish with the stun to then finish them off with your own little sword. And that's what I mean, that's one combo out of all the combos you can do within the game. So you need to understand all the abilities and when to use them, because if you use them together, you won't lose as much health in the battle. And in most grinding farming games, losing health is a very bad thing. So having abilities and using them correctly can save you so much health potions. And you've got to remember, your jump ability is great for initiating, and also it's great for getting out of fights. If you're about to lose all your health and die, if you jump to go run away and disengage from the fight, that's a great thing. But if you spam your jump button all the time, you won't be able to use it at the key moments. And that's what I'm saying about your abilities. Use them well and use them wisely, otherwise you could die accidentally. For the third part of this guide, you have to understand something. Just because you're the same level as an opponent does not mean you can defeat them, because you will soon realize every single monster kind of arrives in a mob most of the time. So it won't be one level 5 monster you're fighting, it'll be 3 of them. And if they all gang up on you, you're going to die really quickly. So for me, you understand the leveling system within the game really quickly and experiment with monsters and attack them and see how long it takes you to defeat one of them. And see if you can fight them in individual mobs. Because if you start fighting 3 opponents at one time, you'll soon realize your health ain't unlimited. So it's going to go down really quickly, and there's only so many health potions you're going to have at the beginning of the game. So you have to use your health, your abilities, everything wisely at the start. Once you get to that level 15 or 20, the game's a lot more easier for yourself, because the most monsters scale up to around level 15. So once you get past that point, it's super easy for you to attack anything you want, any mob, and not really have to worry, as long as you use the second point I said to you guys. Use your combos well. But in short, feel out every single opponent you're coming up to if they're new to you, to see how long it takes you to kill them. If it takes you forever, just move on and then continue farming on the opponent you was using before and get your levels up and then come back to that opponent. Because the worst thing you can do in this game is die and hold yourself up. For my 4th point, now we've taught you that potions are important, understand your abilities and also understand the mobs. There's one last thing you have to understand, is harvest everything you encounter on your journey. Because everything you pick up along the way can be broken down into smaller things which you can use for crafting to level up some of your skills. And once you get your skills up to a certain point, you can start getting better equipment which can keep you in the game for longer and stop you dying as much within the game. But there's also one thing you have to realize. Manage the storage in your inventory, because it's not unlimited, and at the moment in the game we don't get an extra bag to increase the slots. So once you get to a certain point when you're full up, instead of dropping everything, run to your nearest settlement or anywhere where you can craft things and break everything down into the smallest bits. Even if you're not going to use it currently, you might as well save it up now so you can use it later, because when you need it, you're going to need loads of them. And if you've just been throwing around, dropping them on the floor, that's just been a waste, and it's a waste of your time. So as and when you're gathering and crafting and breaking things down, remember to craft them into something to increase the skill cap, because when eventually you want to make something, at least then you have the right level. The thing is with the gathering and crafting skills within the game, they're going to be one of the quickest and easiest ones for you to level up, because they're the ones that you can do as you walk across the game, and it's super easy for you to do. So if you're just ignoring it, you're kind of just doing something really bad. Time for me to give you the last point of this guide. And so far I've guided you along the way to level yourself up and get you on your journey. But now it's time to tell you the best place to farm all the skills within the game. And that is the farm area. Because you can get every single material you want, and also it has one of the highest level creatures you can fight. And also there's every single creature you could want to fight for materials. And there's so many settlements and everything else. And so many PvP areas, and the dragon is super close to this spot. So for me, this is the end game spot for every single player in the game to level up their skills to the final parts they need before they go on to the end game, which is PvP. Well, that's it guys. Now you understand how you can start your journey in Ember Sword. So all you got to do now is play the game yourself, level up, and get ready for PvP. Because if I have anything to say of it, it's going to be a focus in the future. But no doubt the game will make it a focus, because PvP is going to be an endless loop of content for everybody. So what you can do now is remember that all 5 points that I gave you to start your journey, and start playing the game now, getting in them kills, start harvesting them plants, start crafting things. And we're going to see you guys next time. But until then, remember, be a shark in this world, no whale. And we're going to see you guys next time.